Imagine you are about to start a new journey. You are standing at the beginning of a beautiful path. The sun is shining, the air is fresh. You feel a sense of excitement for what lies ahead. But there is a problem. You are carrying heavy bags. These bags are filled with stones, each one representing a past hurt, a mistake, or a regret. With every step you try to take, the weight of these bags pulls you back. They dig into your shoulders, making your legs ache and your spirit feel tired. This is what it feels like when we hold on to the past. We carry emotional weight that makes it difficult to move forward into our future. These bags are not physical, of course. You cannot see them, but you can definitely feel them. They are the grudges we hold against people who have wronged us. They are the memories of failures that we replay in our minds. They are the words of criticism that have stuck with us for years. Each one of these things adds another stone to our bags. We think we are just carrying memories, but we are actually carrying burdens. These burdens slow us down. They drain our energy and steal our joy. They keep us stuck in a loop, reliving moments that are long gone instead of creating new ones. We often don't even realize how heavy these bags have become over time. We get so used to the weight that it starts to feel normal. We might think, this is just who I am now. We might believe that the pain is a part of our story that we can never change. But holding on to the past is a choice. It is a choice we make every single day. We choose to keep picking up those same heavy stones and putting them back in our bags. The truth is, we have the power to put them down. We have the power to empty our bags and walk freely on our path. Letting go is not about forgetting what happened. It is not about pretending the pain did not exist. It is about releasing the grip that the past has on you. It is about acknowledging the hurt, learning the lesson, and then setting the weight down so you can continue your journey. It is a conscious decision to stop letting yesterday's shadows darken today's sunshine. When you choose to let go, you are not erasing your history. You are simply refusing to let it define your destiny. You are making space for new experiences, new joys, and a new version of yourself to emerge. If carrying the past is so heavy, why do we struggle to let it go? We cling to familiar pain because it feels safer than the unknown. Sometimes our pain becomes part of who we are. We hold on thinking it protects us, but it only weighs us down. True healing begins when we dare to let go. Letting go is a powerful act of self-love. It unlocks the door to your new beginning. By releasing the past, you create space in your heart and mind for love, joy, and new opportunities. Like a garden needs clear ground for new seeds, you need space to grow. Letting go lets you be present, savoring the beauty of this moment. This is your permission slip to start anew. Embrace your new beginning. Emotional baggage is more than a metaphor. It's the invisible suitcase of unresolved feelings and painful memories we carry every day. Each hurt or failure adds weight, shaping how we see the world and ourselves. We get so used to this heaviness, it feels normal, part of who we are. But you are not your baggage, you are the traveler. Recognizing what you carry is the first step to letting go. Regret is one of the heaviest stones we carry. It's the echo of what if and if only, trapping us in a cycle of self-blame. We become prisoners of our own minds, locked in a cell built from our regrets. To release this weight, practice self-compassion. Accept you did your best with what you knew. See your past as lessons, not failures, and let that wisdom guide you forward. Holding a grudge is like wearing a heavy, wet cloak. It weighs you down, saps your energy, and keeps you from feeling joy. You think it protects you, but really it just isolates you. The person you resent often moves on while you're left carrying the burden. I once knew a woman who let a family argument define her for years. Her anger became her story, poisoning every gathering and relationship. Her grudge didn't hold her sister accountable. It only made her own life smaller and colder. When we cling to resentment, We build walls that keep out not just pain, but also love and connection. Letting go isn't about excusing the hurt or inviting someone back into your life. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way to drop the heavy cloak and step into freedom. It's a declaration: I won't let someone else's actions control my happiness. When the woman finally let go, she felt lighter, free to enjoy life again. The weight of resentment was gone. Forgiveness is not about them, it's about reclaiming your peace. Take off the cloak, choose lightness. Some wounds aren't visible, but they shape us all the same. A painful childhood, a betrayal, or a loss can leave scars that quietly dictate our choices. These scars whisper lies that we're unworthy, that we can't trust, that we must stay small. Like the musician paralyzed by one humiliating moment, we let old pain keep us from sharing our gifts. Our lives shrink to avoid touching the wound. Healing begins when we face the pain with compassion, not avoidance. Acknowledge the hurt, but remember, the event is over. You are not the same person you were then. The past can inform you, but it doesn't have to define you. With courage, you can write a new ending to your story. Your scars are proof of survival, not a life sentence. Choose to heal and let your future be bigger than your pain. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not about excusing or forgetting, and it's not for the other person. It's about freeing yourself from the prison of anger and resentment. Holding on to pain doesn't punish anyone but you. Imagine holding a hot coal, hoping to throw it, only you get burned. Forgiveness is dropping the coal, choosing your own peace over retribution. You don't have to reconcile or even tell the other person. Forgiveness is an internal shift, transforming pain into a scar that no longer aches. It's reclaiming your power, cutting the emotional ties to the past. You decide their actions no longer control your happiness. This is true freedom, becoming the architect of your future, not a victim of your past. Forgiveness is a choice, and it's yours to make. Let go and step into your own peace. That's the real meaning of forgiveness. Forgiving others can feel impossible, especially when the hurt runs deep. We build walls thinking anger will protect us, but it only drains us and blocks new connections. The pain we hold for someone else seeps into every part of our lives, making us suspicious and closed off. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's self-care, like cleaning out a wound so it can finally heal. When you forgive, you're not erasing the past. You're refusing to let it poison your present. You release yourself from the chains of old anger. The energy you spent on resentment is now free for growth and happiness. Forgiveness says, I won't let what you did destroy my peace. It's a powerful step from victimhood to strength. You choose healing over hatred. Forgiveness is your gift to yourself. Set yourself free. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. We replay our mistakes, hold ourselves to impossible standards, and let shame keep us stuck. Self-blame becomes a prison, making us afraid to try again. Like the man haunted by a financial mistake, we let one moment define our worth. Forgiving yourself takes courage and compassion. See your past actions with understanding. You did your best with what you knew. We all make mistakes. That's how we grow. Self-forgiveness isn't about excuses. It's about learning, releasing guilt, and moving forward. Treat yourself as kindly as you would a friend. Your mistakes are lessons, not life sentences. By forgiving yourself, you step out of the shadow of regret and into your true potential. Give yourself permission to be human and to move on. Forgiveness is a journey, not a switch. Start by acknowledging your pain. feel it, write it down, or talk it out. Giving your pain a voice is the first step to healing. Next, reframe your story. What did you learn? How did you grow? See yourself as a survivor, not a victim. Try writing a letter you never sent. Pour out your anger, then write from a place of release. Say, I let go of this anger for me. Forgiveness is also about canceling the debt. Stop waiting for an apology or justice that may never come. Each time anger returns, remind yourself, I've already let this go. Choose peace again and again. Forgiveness is a daily practice, a conscious choice. With each step, you lighten your load. You move from resentment to freedom. This is how you reclaim your life, one act of forgiveness at a time. After we've begun the work of unpacking our emotional baggage and practicing forgiveness, we encounter another, more subtle layer of the past, our limiting beliefs. These are the invisible walls we build around ourselves. They're the quiet, persistent stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we're capable of, and what is possible for our lives. These beliefs often sound like facts. I'm not creative. I'm just not a confident person. Good things don't happen to people like me. I will never find a loving relationship. We repeat these stories so often that we accept them as unchangeable truths. But honestly, they're not truths. They're cages built from old thoughts. These beliefs function like a filter on our reality. They determine what we pay attention to and what we ignore. If you believe you're not good at public speaking, you'll notice every stumble, every nervous gesture, and every bored-looking face in the audience. You'll completely miss the people who are nodding along, engaged and interested in your message. Your belief actively seeks evidence to prove itself right, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. You expect to fail, so you interpret everything as a sign of failure, which just reinforces the original belief. This cycle keeps us trapped, preventing us from seeing our true potential or acknowledging our actual successes. The danger of these invisible walls is that we often don't even know they're there. We think we're seeing the world as it is, but we're actually seeing the world as our beliefs dictate. We might wonder why we never get promoted, not realizing that our underlying belief that we're not leadership material causes us to shy away from taking initiative or speaking up with new ideas. We might feel lonely and wonder why we can't connect with others, unaware that our belief that I am unlovable makes us put up defensive barriers that push people away. Our lives become a direct reflection of the stories we've accepted about ourselves. The first step to dismantling these walls is to realize that they exist. It requires us to become detectives of our own minds, listening carefully to the narratives that run on autopilot. When you face a challenge, what's the first thought that comes to mind? When you dream of a new goal, what is the voice that tells you it's impossible? These are the clues that point to your limiting beliefs. Recognizing that a thought is not a fact, but simply an old story, is a revolutionary act. It's the moment you realize you're not the prisoner. You're the architect of the prison, which means you also have the power to tear it down. Our limiting beliefs aren't born with us. They're learned from our past and the world around us. Childhood remarks or comparisons can plant seeds of doubt that last a lifetime. Past failures and heartbreaks shape stories like, I'm not cut out for this, or I'll always be alone. Society and media reinforce narrow ideals, making us feel we don't measure up. But these are just stories, and we have the power to write new ones. Self-doubt is like a weed in the garden of your mind. If left alone, it chokes out your confidence and potential. You can't just ignore it. You must pull it out, one belief at a time. Question your doubts. Ask, is this really true? And look for evidence that proves otherwise. When you see the cost of holding on to self-doubt, you'll find the motivation to let it go. Remember, you are the gardener. You have the power to uproot self-doubt and let your confidence grow. Uprooting limiting beliefs is only half the battle. If you leave the ground empty, old weeds return. The key is to plant empowering beliefs, positive truths that support who you want to become. Nurture these new beliefs until they become your default, cultivating a mental garden for growth and well-being. Act as if your new belief is already true, and soon you'll become the person who lives it. We've walked a long path together, carrying the burdens of yesterday. But now we stand at a new threshold. The darkness is receding and the dawn of a new day is here. You can choose to leave yesterday's baggage behind, embrace the light, trust the promise of every sunrise. Each day is a chance to begin again. As you stand in the light of a new dawn, you notice a door before you, once hidden by fog, now clear and inviting. This door represents your future, open and filled with possibility. You've set your burdens down and turned to face forward, ready for what's next. Trust in your strength and worthiness. You are ready. Step through. Your new beginning awaits. As you step through the open door, you feel a sense of lightness, as if a great weight has been lifted from your soul. A butterfly, vibrant and beautiful, lands on your open palm, a symbol of your transformation. Like the butterfly, you have emerged from darkness, letting go of your old self. Now you are free to soar, to explore new experiences, and to see the world with new eyes. We have reached the end of our time together, but we have reached the true beginning of your journey. Today, on this very day, May 24th, 2024, you stand at a sacred crossroads. Behind you is the long and winding path of your past, with all its lessons and its sorrows. In front of you is an open door glowing with the light of infinite possibilities. You have done the work, you have faced the shadows, you have found the courage to forgive, you have planted the seeds of a new truth within you. The only thing left to do is to accept the invitation that life is offering you, the invitation to begin again. This invitation does not ask you to be perfect. It does not demand that you will never feel sadness or face challenges again. The butterfly still remembers its time as a caterpillar. Your scars will remain as a testament to your resilience. But the invitation asks you to choose a new direction. It asks you to lead with your heart, to trust your wings, and to fly toward the life that is waiting for you. It is an invitation to choose joy over resentment, to choose freedom over fear, and to choose the present moment over the past. It is an invitation to live the life you were always meant to live. This is your moment. It is not a moment for someday or when I'm ready. The truth is, you are as ready as you will ever be right now. All the strength and wisdom you need are already within you. You have already proven that by walking this path of healing. The first step into your new beginning is a simple one. It is a choice. It is the decision to say yes to the open door. It is the conscious breath you take as you decide to let go once and for all of the weight of yesterday and step forward with an open heart and an unburdened spirit. So I invite you now to take that step. Leave the heavy bags at the door. Let the stories of who you used to be fade away like a dream at sunrise. Feel the lightness in your soul and the strength in your wings. Your new beginning is not a distant destination. It is the very next step you take. Walk through that door. Your brighter future is not just a hope. It is a reality waiting for you to claim it. Step into it. Embrace it. You are free. Begin.